Good morning, Lakers family. It's your boy DTLF back with another video. And my God, did we get a nice good morning surprise. Spencer Dinwiddie has elected to sign with the Lakers. He clears waivers after 2 p.m. Eastern time. So at about 11 p.m. Pacific time, it should be official. Very excited for multiple reasons. First off, last night I told you guys this after watching the game. If he didn't choose the Lakers after coming and watching that wonderful statue, the environment, shout out to the Laker fans for obviously recruiting him. You can see him fist bumping people on the way out. You know they were chanting his name. They wanted him here. Rob Pelinka, man, he continues to be a shark. Listen, you get Spencer Dinwiddie. We're talking about he's averaging 12.6 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting 39% from the field this year. Now, that is considered a down year for his standards. He's going to get better when he comes to the Lakers. He's going to get more open shots. He's a combo guard who can put the ball on the floor, definitely puts the ball in the basket in multiple ways, and has solid defensive potential. Now, keyword potential here because he was playing for the Nets. How many defenders can you pick out of that team, right? But very excited for this news, guys. You're talking about a prime player at 30 years of age who had a salary of $17.14 million this year, and we get him for free, for cheap, without having to trade anything. And this is exactly why I told you guys, let's be patient. Let's see what Rob does in free agency. Well, we just got the most offensively gifted player in the market. Dinwiddie is nice, man. I'm telling y'all, been a fan of his for years. I used to hate it when he used to kill the Lakers, but most notably, the run he had with the Dallas Mavericks. I talked about it last night. The run this brother had with the Dallas Mavericks, where they went all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and they had that weapon off the bench, is exactly why I believe it was a great acquisition for the Lakers, man. Again, his best year, he was averaging like 17 or 18 a game as a starter. Now he's gonna have to come off the bench. I believe we just got a 14 or 15 point per game scorer. If he plays freely the way the Lakers have been playing recently, it's gonna be a wonderful fit here, man. Having that type of weapon off the bench. Now we can talk about an actual bench, a more complete roster, right? So now when Gabe Vincent comes back, you got Gabe Vincent. He's a dog. He's also a nice little combo point guard coming off the bench, potentially, assuming he's healthy, right? Skylar Mays recently has looked tremendous. So let's just say Gabe Vincent is not there. You got Skylar. Now you got Dinwiddie in your backcourt, along with Torian Prince. Both of these guys can spot up, shoot threes, and put the ball on the floor. Torian has been sensational since coming off the bench. You know, you got those three, and then you got Christian Wood, you got Jackson Hayes. So the depth just got so much better, right? Our starters are starting to click. When Vando comes back, the depth is going to look wonderful. But this is an absolute get, guys. I want you guys to know I'm really happy. I just woke up. I slept in today. So, you know what I'm saying? My excitement is probably not displaying, but I'm super happy to add this guy, man. My guy D Free, what up, Nakomi? Good to see you. My guy Craig, how old is he? He's 30. So he's in the prime of his basketball career. Before a guard 30 is perfect, right? We're not talking about 30-year-old, you know, we're not talking about 30 in football terms. We're talking basketball, right? And obviously he's been around the league. He has experience. He's been deep into the playoffs. Great fit. My guy D Free says, do you do a mock rotation, bud? Starters and backups. Who do you expect? Great question, man. My guy D Free always putting me on the spot. I love it. All right, so I believe the starters are going to stay the same for now with Rui, right? That'll switch, obviously, potentially when Vando comes back. But for now, that's the starting lineup, right? So obviously you got D'Lo, you got Austin Reeves, you're going to have Rui, AD, and LeBron as the starting lineup. Off the bench is where it gets interesting, right? Because right now we don't have Gabe Vincent, so Skylar Mays is eating up those minutes. The one that I think will have to subsequently take a somewhat of a backseat, unfortunately, due to the signing, is Max Christie. However, you can sprinkle in some minutes for him whenever we need bigger guards or we need to play some defense. So it's going to be a good problem for Darvin to have. Now, I know what you're thinking, D Free. I know my guy D Free is saying, hey, I know my guy is saying, I don't want to see the 3-guard lineups. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But for Spencer Dinwiddie, I'm willing to make an exception in spurts, okay? So you might see a Max Christie, Dinwiddie, Gabe Vincent 3-guard lineup when he gets back. You might see it at some point off the bench. Off the bench is nothing wrong with that. Starting or finishing games, then I'd be upset. But Dinwiddie is somebody who I think you're going to see him close some games. Remember, him and D'Lo also have some chemistry. I promise you, they already played together and they were good. They were good in Brooklyn. We're talking about D'Lo was younger then and all of that. But there was no way. Listen, there was no way Spencer could have came to that game yesterday. We said it on the live stream. What's up, Jeff? Good morning, brother. We said it on the live stream, man, and there was no way he wasn't going to choose the Lakers after seeing that wonderful statue, the beautiful LA culture, the LA fans, how hyped they were. Plus, he's from here, man. So we had all those advantages. Ain't no way. Kobe said it best. If you got to beg for these players, they're not LA material. Look, he made his decision the very next day after coming to watch the Laker game. So I commend him on that. How could he not? He saw the potential. He saw the blow up, and he saw the fit. He said, man, can you imagine all the open shots I'm going to get playing with LeBron? Oh, my goodness. And D'Lo, who, by the way, has been sensational both at scoring and playmaking recently. But again, we got a $17 million player for cheap. You cannot complain. There shouldn't be nobody, not a single soul complaining. But let me finish my bench rotation lineups that I think will happen eventually when everybody gets healthy. So I think when we get healthy, if Vandal does come back 100%, he'll eventually be reinserted into the starting lineup with D'Lo and Austin Reeves because they just fit so much better together, right? And then I would bring Rui off the bench with, obviously, they got to stagnate minutes. So Dinwiddie at times is going to be running some point guard. You'll see. I believe he will, especially if we don't get Gabe Vincent back. He's a combo guard. He can handle the ball. He can play make a little bit. He was averaging, 6 assists? So that's another aspect of his game. Yeah, 6 assists. That's another aspect of his game that's been underrated throughout his career. He's a solid playmaker, guys. He can get in the seat of the defense, penetrate, kick. He can drive. He can dish. He can finish with either hand. Strong attacking at the basket. He's very poised. We talk about Skylar Mays being poised. Well, we just got somebody that's 10 times more poised as a guard, man. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him as a Laker. And essentially what this is the J.R. Smith acquisition when he went to Cleveland. That's essentially what it is, right? You're getting a combo guard, a bucket getter coming off the bench, and a weapon. Just an absolute weapon who, if push comes to shove and injuries happen, he could eventually help, with some starter minutes there. So that just, it's just insurance policy for the backcourt. Now our 3 guards are Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and Spencer Dinwiddie. Me like you, baby. That is definitely some depth right there. All 3 of those guys can play, make, and score. Think about that, right? So LeBron is getting a lot of help from the backcourt right off the top. So this on many fronts is a great acquisition, y'all. Jonathan says 3 days off will help Spencer know the team for Tuesday. Yeah, good point. We got 3 days off. So that means when Spencer comes back, maybe he got a practice in. Maybe he's watching some film. Maybe LeBron takes him under his wing, whatever the case may be. My guy D Free said Darvin pulled out the 3 guards with Mays last night. Yeah, we're probably gonna see it, bro. We're probably gonna see it, man. We're probably gonna see the 3 guard lineups, my boy. Jeff says Taft High School back in the building. Let's go, Jeff. Let's go. A Cali boy is back, and a good one too. It's been long overdue. The Lakers were rumored to be interested in Spencer Dinwiddie for years. This isn't just a recent development. And you see, what happens is these rumors get to the players' ears. So when they have an opportunity to come and choose the Lakers like this, they choose the Lakers. Why? Because we're the best franchise in the world. But besides that, because we've been interested in them for years, and there's the receipts. It's like, look, listen, I'm sure Rob Pelinka pulled out the playbook and said, listen, we've been interested in you for years, fam, and here's a golden opportunity for you to come in here. And I know he sold them on some championship aspirations because you know what? When you see all those banners, you come to Staples, you see those banners, I'm choosing the Lakers 10 times out of 10. But I told you guys last night, man, I had a feeling he would choose us, and he did. So I'm happy, and I'm glad he didn't waste any time. I mean, who would? It's the Lakers, baby, purple and gold. Stars all over courtside, man. Come on now. Ain't no choice like the Lakers. Let's see. Mays, Christie, and Reddish should not see any minutes if they sign another player. Listen, with injuries, though, here's the thing. We've already been so plagued with injuries that there's going to be minutes for guys eventually, right? So all they have to do is stay ready. If they're professional, they will. I'm pretty everybody you just mentioned is a professional. They have never complained. I'm excited, man. Spencer Dinwiddie, great acquisition. Let's see what else they do, though. Will they cut somebody from the roster? I doubt it. I think this is it. I think this is the final roster that we're going to head into hopefully the postseason with. And I like it. I like it. Now, yeah, we could have used more wing depth, but the way Taurean Prince has been stepping on off the bench, I feel confident there. Rui, if he can pick it up with the starters, I'll be very happy. And then when Vandal comes back as a designated defensive specialist, extremely excited, right? Cam Reddish is coming back soon, right? He's already started to ramp up basketball activities. We got the update yesterday, so that's excited. And then my guy Max Christie is day to day. So even Max Christie could play some wing with his length, right? He's 6'6" with a good wingspan, athletic, active hands, and good basketball defensive IQ. So that helps, right? So we should be okay for the wing position. The big man position for me heading into the postseason potentially is the biggest question mark. Why? Because Jackson Hayes has been a great revelation. Will that continue? That is my only question mark. We need that to continue. If he does, we won't need another big man, right? And then Christian Wood, will he join the party eventually? Go back to the play style he was doing when he was knocking down shots, going inside and finishing with both hands and playing solid. Weak side, help side defender. A defense, if all of that happens, we are good at the big, but all of that has to happen, right? AD's going to man the paint. He's going to do his part. LeBron's going to help at times. But yeah, that's my biggest question mark, and my biggest concern is the big man position. But the guards, guys, we are set. D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent when he comes back, Spencer Dinwiddie. Come on, man. This is probably the most depth we have had at the guard in a very long time, and I know LeBron has to be happy about that. LeBron is not going to pout about that one, I promise you that. William Scott, thank you so much for Super Chat, brother. Said, we finally got someone for a bag of chips like the rest of the league. Justice. Oh, my guy William Scott with a banger. Listen, you're right. You're right. We're not used to getting these type of free agents this late in the season off the buyout market. Usually it's like the Celtics, the Clippers, the Warriors, those type of teams getting these type of players. So credit to Rapalenka for closing the deal. But he did, to be fair, he did have limited options. But luckily for him, he had the best option available, and he took it. So credit to him for making the right choice. Thank you so much for Super Chat, my brother. Truly appreciate you, man. Spencer is 6'5". Like I said, he's not a defensive player, but he has defensive potential, which means a possession here or there, he might jump a passing lane, get a steal. You know what I'm saying? He has good size to contest shots and good athleticism, right? And he's going to be hyped about coming home and playing for his Lakers. Grew up a Lakers fan, right? We talked about this last night. So there was a great chance we got him, made the right choice. But I'll tell you about Spencer, man. He is a microwave. He can heat up quickly. And again, my favorite portion of his career was when he played for Dallas. And I talked to Jeff yesterday on Playback. Shout out to him. We talked about this. I said, Jeff, was he not on Dallas when Luka and Jalen Brunson and him led the Mavericks all the way to the Western Conference Finals? And we agreed that he was on there. That was my favorite stint for him. He was absolutely dangerous. There was nights when he was dropping 30s, and I want him to be that for the Lakers. I want him to come in here, play freely, get comfortable. At first, he might be jacking a little trigger happy at first. He ain't never seen this many wide open shots in his career, I promise you. Because every time they double AD when he's out there, he's going to get an open shot. Every time they, same thing. LeBron driving kick, open shot. When he plays with D'Angelo Russell, probably going to get some open shots. Austin Reeves can even play make. He'll get some open shots. But when it's him off the bench, we're going to have a clear-cut advantage having a combo guard like that come in and wreak some havoc while our starters are getting some rest. So that's huge. That's a weapon. You get an Energizer Bunny who can put the ball in the hole to come off the bench and is absolutely a weapon. Not to mention the fact that Torian has been playing hella good. Max Christie, when healthy, he was playing hella good. Guys are starting to ramp up. So we got him at the right time. D Free says, it sounded like Gabe is coming back. I don't want Max getting cut out. All the advanced metrics scream he's a rotation player. Cam, Max, Gabe, D'Lo, AR, Spence, and TP, Vandal all fighting for 1, 2, 3 minutes. Yeah, but you know what? Healthy competition will bring out the best out of these players, man. I do want this competition because you know what? Max, we know he's a part of the future. We know he's here to stay. Obviously, I'm sure there were teams that were asking for guys like Reeves, Max Christie, Rui, but Rob Pelinka stood pat because he felt like he can make a move like this one and improve us in that sense, right? But look, I'm not too worried about it because, like you said, those players you just mentioned, they are going to be fighting for those three positions. But if you split it up, you can get solid minutes for almost all of them, right? Cam Reddish, to me, depending on how he's scoring and how he looks when he's healthy, could be another odd man out. Maybe he only gets like 5 to 10 minutes per game. But remember, at one point he was starting, right? But we've seen this movie before, right? Last year when Lonnie Walker was starting, he was balling out. He was averaging like 18 points a game the first like 5 games, and then he gets hurt. And then he never came back the same player. He never got the starting job again. And matter of fact, he got benched, and he got a bunch of DNPs. So that could happen to Cam Reddish because we've seen it happen with this coach. I hope it doesn't because I like his energy, his defensive prowess. And when he's scoring, he really helps us tremendously. Gabe Vincent is still a question mark. Like you said, it is rumored he might come back around early March, but we don't know. And until then, we're going to be good. And then D'Angelo Russell, I mean, he ain't going to be fighting for no minutes. This dude is earned his starting role. He's going to continue to thrive in said role. AR is not going to be fighting for any minutes. He has earned his job. He's going to continue to play his role. Torian Prince is the one who lost some minutes, but now he's getting them back off the bench, and he's been, again, great. Vando ain't fighting for no minutes. He's going to get some at the wing position. So where Spencer comes in is he might take some away from, like you said, Max. I understand your concern there. And Cam Reddish. I think those are the two biggest, players that should watch their backs for their job, and they have to continue to play hard. So, but again, you got to love it because healthy competition is good for everybody. Let's see. Max kills me and try to dunk on everyone off 2 foot straight vert. He's awesome, man. Max Christie, like my guy said, is going to be a rotational player for years to come. I always compared him to a more offensively gifted Tony Allen. I think that comparison is still pretty much in line with what he could become because defensively he's starting to become somewhat of a force. And that's off the bench. Imagine if he ever earned a starting job. It could happen in the near future, sooner than people think, right? Because we've seen the leaps from his rookie year where he was almost unplayable because the shot and he was rattled and he was still wet between the ears. He was almost unplayable, kind of like how Jalen Hood-Schifino is, but he still had the defensive. We still saw the defensive flashes his rookie year. His next year, guys, it was amazing what he did in the summer league and even what he's doing now, not just offensively, but especially defensively, rebounding as a big guard and just using his athleticism and his height to bother people's shots. That is where I think he's going to be a staple in this league for years to come. And then if the offense continues to develop nicely, he has a pretty much automatic mid-range jump shot. His 3-ball, the form always looks beautiful. It always looks like it's going in, and it's starting to fall a lot more before he got hurt lately. And then his athleticism is second to none. So you're absolutely right. He's going to be a rotation player. But the good thing about him is he's still young. We can be patient with him, and we don't just have to throw him out there in the fire. Spencer is ready, man. He's built for this. He's ready to come in right now and give you anywhere between 15 to 25 on any given night. Like, that's the type of player he is, and sometimes even more. So, and right now the Laker players are playing freely. I'm sure he saw that last night. He saw how free they're playing, how much fun it could potentially be, and how can you turn that down, right? My guy D Free says, but I do think this is a good addition for sure if utilized right. No politics. Darvin, talk to him, bro. Talk to him. Absolutely, man. Dan, he signed as soon as he walked in the tunnel on the iPad. Bro, do you blame him? This is the Lakers, baby. This is, basketball brand number 1 globally. Ain't no bigger basketball brand in the world than Los Angeles Lakers, man. We are everything. We are the Barcelona of basketball. We are everything, fam. I'm telling you right now. Spencer Dinwiddie is an egomaniac. Laker fans are going to be screaming Shanghai Sharks by next weekend. Stop it. Stop it. I know you're mad he left your team, but no, sir. No, sir. We're not going to be screaming anything but championship. D'Lo played with Dinwiddie in Brooklyn. Yeah, some of the backcourt chemistry is already going to be there. So whenever they get to play together, it'll be nice to see. A nickname for Spencer? Not yet. He's got to put in some work first before we come up with a Spencer, man. Spencer nickname, right? But I do like the dispenser, right? I do like that because he's going to be dispensing some defensive players right off, man, with his crossover dribbles and his, step through finish moves in the lane. I mean, he's very crafty. He's very crafty, and he's basically a walking, talking bucket throughout his career. He's been that. He's averaged 13-point-something points per game with like around 5 assists. He's averaging 6 assists this year. So again, his playmaking very underrated. When people think about Spencer, they think about his scoring, but he can also play make, right? No tunnel vision for that guy, I tell you that. When fully healthy, we have enough to beat Denver. You know what? I like our chances, but to be determined. They have beat us the last 7, so I can't fully say that with my chest, right? But I got to wait and see on that. But I do like our team. That's all I will say. And like my guy D Free said, if used properly, this team can really strive. I feel like we're starting to hit our stride, guys. I feel like it's starting to happen. I told you guys on the road trip, this could be a very important road trip. If we bond and we win together, man, we can head home and get some momentum. I'm feeling like the Lakers are starting to turn the corner here with the play style. Thanks so much for Super Chat, bro. Appreciate you. This guy's ripped, man. This guy's shredded. I see you, bro. Let's see here. Rob does it again. That's what I'm saying. People was already trashing Rob, but the player fans got to be silent today because you know what? He came in here and he executed, right? He got the final say and he landed his guy. Spencer played with Torian Prince in the Nets, with D'Lo, Rui, Wizards, with Wood on the Mavs. I love it, man. Laker Nation does the research, man. They come in with the straight facts. Yes, there is some familiarity there, but most importantly, he comes to the Lakers. I'm sure it's going to be a dream come true for him to play here, and that does something to people, right? When you've been watching a franchise your whole career, and all of a sudden you get a chance to suit up for them, it does something to you. Now, it's either going to propel him forward or it's going to stagger him a bit when he starts, but eventually he will settle in nicely. And I can't wait. Imagine he comes in on Tuesday and he drops a 30-point game right off the top. Oh, my goodness. It could happen. Not saying it will, likely not, but it could happen, man. And, I just look forward to seeing how quickly they can build that chemistry with him and bring him along, the players, that is. My guy Jonathan, thank you so much, bro. He said D'Lo, Prince, Spencer got chemistry from the Nets days. That's what I'm saying. I love Laker Nation. They have done their research. Listen, we were waiting on this, right? I figured, I told you guys this last night, I figured he's probably going to sign with us at some point at the end of this weekend, but he wasted no time. It ain't nothing like being there in person, guys. And he got to sit next to Rob. Rob is a shark. People have been underestimating Rob from the moment he got in here, myself included. But one thing I always told myself is if Kobe recommended him, it was for a reason. This dude has a killer mentality. He was best friends with Kobe Bryant for years. And so there's a reason for that. He's battle tested. This guy, if Kobe respects you, it's for a reason. So he's proven himself over the years tremendously, and he'll continue to prove himself. I read comments all the time, people saying, go get Bob Myers. It's like, why? Rob is doing an exceptional job. Exceptional job, man, and he continues. He adds yet another one here. Good afternoon, Go Lakers. What up, Mr. Marvin? Hey, what up, T? Good to see y'all. Can we possibly get an injury exception for Gabe? That's what I was asking my guy yesterday, Empire Jeff, when he joined me on playback. But he said that would have to be applied for now, and since Gabe is coming back, probably not, right? Especially because that'll be later on down the season, down the stretch. So. D'Lo is ice in his veins. He's been cooking up, man. He's been cooking up a storm, and I'm happy. I'm happy because I feel like he's finally found who he truly is in this league, and he's going to, from this moment on, there's no looking back for D'Angelo Russell. I think he has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. I've been telling people this. I see a twinkle in his eye. I see a pep in his step, and I see that he is starting to heat up Mr. Icy Hot on the ones and twos. He's only going to get better, and he's in the prime of his basketball career, 27, 28, perfect. Man, I love Max, his greatness in the making. That's right, T. I'll tell you, we all love Max Christie, but that usually happens with the young players we draft. We tend to love them all. Matter of fact, you know who hasn't got a lot of love? Jalen Hood-Schifino. But this is what I will tell people to be patient with him, just like I told people to be patient with Max Christie last year, because we never know what he can develop into next year and the year after that. And we could have ourselves a ball player, assuming he sticks around, right? Assuming he doesn't get traded or nothing crazy like that. But we could be on the verge of having a nice project player. Let's just be patient with him. He shows some poise, some basketball IQ. If he gets the shot together and just finishes everything around the basket, he could be something. Hey, appreciate you, Dean. Thank you so much, man. He said, love your show. Let's go all the way. LeBron James should be inspired now. Yes. We should never lose inspiration. Never, never, never. When you play for the Lakers, man, you always got to be inspired. But yes, I agree, man. All the way, one day at a time, though. Do I see anyone getting waived? No. From the Lakers? Is that who you're talking about? You know what, Diesel? I think we're good to go. I think I like our team as is right now. I'll love it if they continue to gel together, but I really like what we have right now. If, to a lot of you guys' point, if Darvin Ham just utilizes them properly, and recently we have seen that with limited pieces, Darvin does good. When he has more options, he tends to put in some of the worst combinations. So hopefully he's learning from these times that guys are injured and seeing who exactly he can play and who he can't play together, right? And who he should start and who he shouldn't. So we'll see. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen to my guy Rui when Vando comes back. But I think Rui should remain a starter, man, because I think he's going to help us get out of the gates earlier in games. He's a transition bucket. He can spot up, knock down threes, and he has defensive potential. AD mentioned yesterday post game how him and LeBron James always putting pressure on Rui to become a better defender, to take on defensive assignments and stuff like that. So I think he's only going to get better and only going to get more inspired playing alongside the starters. And you got a playmaker like LeBron feeding you. You got a playmaker like Austin and definitely a playmaker like D'Lo feeding you. It should get you some wide open buckets. And he does a good job. He did a great job of, he did a phenomenal job of working off the ball last night. So he has to continue to build on that for sure. Dan, do you think we should pick up Danilo or more? I think we're good as we are right now, to be honest with you. I would have liked another backup big. That would be the only thing I would say. But the wings, I already broke it down. The wings seem good. The guards are more than good. And just another backup big would have been solid. But I think we can make it with this team for sure. My guy Jeff said, but they said Rob was incompetent. Laugh my ass off. Dude, you know who they are. I addressed them yesterday in a video, but we all know who they are. They wanted to trade Austin Reeves at the trade deadline. They wanted to trade D'Angelo Russell and said he would, revert back to being trash after the trade deadline. They wanted to trade everybody not named LeBron James, and that's the problem. And then they wanted to fire Rob. They wanted a Genie to sell the team. They probably wanted me to stop making YouTube videos because I speak too much facts on here, man. The truth hurts sometimes to people. So they wanted this and they wanted that, but they get nothing, baby. They get nothing because at the end of the day, Laker Nation will prevail. Spencer Dinwiddie is just as good as Murray? Oh, no, I wouldn't say that, Frederick. Definitely not. My guy said good as Murray. No. Now, listen, YouTube highlights will make him seem that way, right? But he does have some flaws, right? When we're going to be pointing him out as the season progresses because they will rear their ugly head eventually. No player is perfect, and he's definitely not no Jamal Murray type. But what he is a combo guard, a spark plug, somebody that comes in and can fill it up quickly and help you put some of the playmaking off the bench. That's what he is. Ice Cold A says Mark Cuban's hatred for the Lakers just went up. That's my favorite part, is that Mark Cuban thought he thought he was going to be a shark and land his guy, and it just shows you, man. It's not that great. Mark Cuban's not that great. The better guy prevailed. Shout out Rob Pelinka, the real shark in the tank, man. You know what I'm saying? Mark Cuban's just a jellyfish. He thinks he's a shark, but he's really built like a jellyfish. He said Spencer walked into the Shark Tank and told Mark Cuban, and for that reason, I'm out. Woo, I like it. Banger comment of the day right there. Got to highlight that one. Yeah, man, I love that. I can't stand Mark Cuban. I don't know. People say he's a nice guy and all this and that. I see right through the bullshit, man. D Free says, if a player is returning in the season, you can't get an exception. They're only for the players deemed gone for the season. Yeah, that's what I was telling people, man. Now, personally, after the injury, I really thought Gabe Vincent was going to be out for the rest of the year. So I was hoping they applied for it. But if he's coming back, I'm happy, especially if he comes back at least to 50% of the player he was last year. I'll be happy with that because he could provide some defensive leadership off the bench. He's also a combo guard who could also score. And overall, he's just a feisty guy, right? He can get scrappy. So, yeah, definitely would like to have him back. And I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient just like we all should. Absolutely. He said, facts. Look at Scottie Pippen Jr. right now. Yeah, man. Scott, listen, I told people were telling me Scottie was trash. Nah, bro. He just needed some run, and he's looking decent over there in Memphis. So I'm happy for Scottie Pippen, man. I actually picked him up on my fantasy roster. I saw him get a couple of buckets. I'm like, okay, they're going to rely heavily on the young buck. They're going to give him some minutes and let him develop. I'll take him on my fantasy roster for sure. Shall we get Marcus Morris DTLF? I'd love to have him. Who would you guys cut, though? And then this also goes against the luxury, cap and all that. So I don't think the Lakers are going to get anybody else. I really don't. I'd be surprised. I would like Marcus Morris, though. We get Marcus Morris, and now I like us as championship favorites. Not because just of Marcus Morris, but because of the depth it will continue to add in what we have as a total unit. That's right, Jeff. We will definitely not stand for any Lakers slander. We need the respect. We command the respect, which is why I dropped that video yesterday, and it was for all of us. It was on behalf of all of us because we've been talking for it behind the scenes for a while, Jeff. So, that video, I feel like speaks volumes for Laker Nation, for the true Laker Nation, right? Let's see. Do you think we have enough to offset Murray and the Nuggets? Again, TBD, right? I can say yes right now, but they've beat us the last 7 games in a row. So till I see us actually beat them and feel good about that, I'm going to wait and see. We have enough to really offset anybody. We have enough to beat anybody if the Lakers mindset is right, if the chemistry is right, if the coaching is right, if the health is right. Those are the main 4 variables to beating any unit. I'm not going to sit here and guarantee beating the Nuggets, though, because it's been 7 games since we've seen victory versus them. That's a lot. And that's dating back into the playoffs where they swept us. So not only did they sweep us in the playoffs, but so far they have swept us in the regular season here this season. So until we can get a win versus them, I'm not going to go mouthing off on that. They are the defending champions. I will put respect on their name just because they're proving themselves. I'm a realistic fan at the end of the day. But I would like to get that matchup back. I would love to get the rematch. I'll tell you that. With a healthy AD, healthy LeBron, healthy Vando, the addition of Spencer Dinwiddie, AR and D'Lo balling like the way they are right now, Rui chiming in, Taurean Prince finally playing the proper rotation minutes coming off the bench. Yes, I would love to get a rematch versus Jokic, man. Come on, bring it, basketball guys, bring it. As a matter of fact, the Clippers have been playing really good. Is this a year when we finally meet up in the playoffs and smack them a little bit? I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Hey, what up, Striker123? She said, woohoo! She said, what up, Dan? Just coming in on the great news. I'll tell you, this is great news. This is phenomenal news. I woke up to this news. I slept in this Saturday morning since I got a long day ahead and, got to prepare for Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. So as soon as I get off of here, it's straight to running errands. But I'll tell you, Barry couldn't be happier. We get a sensational victory last night. Spencer Dinwiddie graced us with his presence, and now he graced us with his, acquisition. So happy today. And you guys should be as well. Enjoy your guys' Super Bowl weekend, man. It's going to be fun. May the best team win between 49ers and Chiefs. I'm not going to say I'm rooting for the 49ers because I never do. Obviously, I'm a Rams fan, but I got a lot of 49er friends, and it'd be nice to see them happy. That's all I'm going to say about that, right? That's right. Yo, Empire Jet, bro. It wasn't me. It was Striker123. She hit y'all with the woohoo. I'm just the mouthpiece. My morning has been great. That's what's up, bro. Hey, love to hear it. We just getting started too, man. We need ourselves up. All I want is a great Super Bowl Sunday. That's all I want. We're gonna have the good food already, the good people coming over. I want a competitive Super Bowl Sunday, and let's get to it, man. But seriously, guys, thank you guys so much for tapping in. Much love to y'all, man. Spencer Dinwiddie's a Laker, baby. He gets a fist pump from me. And let's see what happens on Tuesday, man, when he suits up, hopefully, assuming he can suit up that day for the purple and gold. He will clear waivers. The news will be official at around, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 11 p.m. Pacific time. So at around 11 p.m. our time on the West Coast, it should be official. Dinwiddie is a Laker, baby. So very happy for that. Very happy for the win yesterday. And hopefully we all have a great Super Bowl weekend. All right. Enjoy. See you guys potentially in between. If not, you guys know where to find me here or on Playback TV. Follow me. Shout out to Sponsorship Prize Picks. Court Kings, of course. You guys know. Go check us out. Shop Court Kings. And I will see you guys soon. All right. Enjoy your day. Peace.